Hi everyone, I am the Sarcastic Sloth, and welcome to my channel. No sooner have we got into 2021 than the internet exploded once more, and the funniest thing about this particular subject involving Kanye West and Jeffree Star is this isn't even the craziest thing that's occurred this year. Without further ado, let's crack on. So as per usual, everything I'm going to be discussing in this video are my own thoughts and opinions on the subject, and if you do not like that, then ta-ra! This is a subject that's not only been, prevalent on YouTube and Twitter and things of this nature, it has also reached the mainstream, and that's obviously because Kanye West has been involved by name. We're going to have a look at a series of clips and sort of see how this has, the beginning, the middle, and the end of this subject in its entirety. Because it's a bit of a mad one, and I feel like a lesson can be learnt from this story. It sort of shows what happens when we are deprived of drama that is celebrity based and quite frivolous in nature, obviously not to the people involved, but especially if you think about what's happening with it being overshadowed by what's happening in the rest of the world at the moment. And also it sort of shows why we shouldn't believe certain things without corroborating it, and it's one of the reasons why I didn't want to do a video on this straight off the pop, because something didn't feel right. It was rumoured, so it was all extremely alleged. I just want to put that out there. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the initial video that sparked off the rumours. So this is by a person called Ava Louise. Now, I wasn't aware who this was by name. It's not someone who is within my world or realm of thinking at all. And yeah, let's check this out.
Now that Kim's finally doing this, I feel like I can spill the tea that I've been holding on to for months. This whole divorce comes as no surprise. Kanye's been hooking up with a very famous beauty guru, male beauty guru. A lot of people in the scene have known for a while.
First off, you need to know who Ava Louise is. If you don't know her by name, as I didn't, so don't feel bad, you'll remember her for this. I did not even see this video initially. This came to light for me after everything died down. When I saw this video, I went, why the hell did this even become a thing in the first place? This is absolutely ridiculous. It goes to show you what detrimental effect the grapevine and just being bored can have online. It just all went very, very crazy from there. So the fact that this toilet licker, the fact that this clout chaser, the fact that this person who's been on Dr. Phil a ton of different times and is just basically a self-confessed clout chaser too, has come up with this, and then the internet just went wild with it. It's really insane to me that we even gave it a moment's thought. The most credence that should have been given to this whole video should have been, this is the person who started the COVID-19 toilet licking challenge. Maybe we should just not listen to a word she says because it's obviously going to be crap. Lo and behold, this is what happens when people are bored, and this is what happens when people are in lockdown, and this is what happens when people just want a bit of juicy gossip to sink their teeth into and to forget the fact that the world is on fire right now. So the video that I actually saw, which made me do the whole like, oh bloody hell, and bear in mind I didn't know that Ava Louise was involved. I didn't know that she had anything to do with this particular rumour sparking off. I'll show you the video and then I'll tell you my thoughts on it.
Did Kanye West cheat on Kim Kardashian with Jeffree Star? This rumor has people shook on social media right now. Let's talk about it. So this rumor starts with the fact that Kanye has been living exclusively at him and Kim's Wyoming ranch for the last month while their divorce plays out peacefully, which is what they wanted for their kids. He also spent a lot of time there with his friends over the summer while all of his election stuff was going on. Here comes in this viral TikTok with this girl sharing that she has exclusive information about Kanye's infidelity.
Nope. This whole divorce comes as no surprise. Kanye's been hooking up with a very famous beauty guru, male beauty guru. A lot of people in the scene have known for a while.
Continuing, we all know Kanye West has been at his ranch over the summer and the last month, but guess what other beauty guru announced he was moving to Wyoming in August? And now lives there. Jeffree Star. Ava Louise said that her friend is a great lawyer and met with Kim over the summer. Apparently, Kim gave the unnamed lawyer all the evidence that Kanye was cheating on her with Jeffree Star and was planning to file for divorce. Also, if Kanye was hooking up with a male beauty guru, him and Jeffree live in the same gated community, and now both happen to live in Wyoming. These are unconfirmed rumors.
I'm glad that at the very end of his particular video that he said these are unconfirmed rumors, because obviously when people were saying that Kanye West and Jeffree Star were in an entanglement, I was like, no, that's total bollocks. Who even thought about that? And then when I saw this video, I was like, oh, right. I wasn't sold, but there were little things, and it's this little thing that I think that we, as humans, we enjoy, where we can sort of put things together. We just like to play detective, where we got, Wyoming, they both live in Wyoming. Oh, that's kind of weird at the same time. And you can put the dots together, and then you're getting caught up in the memes of it all. At no point did I think this definitely happened. However, I was like, those are a lot of coincidences. Again, lockdown will mess with your mind, and it will make you think stupid things sometimes. Because again, he's just like, I don't know who this kid is. Why would Ava Louise and this lad, I don't know his name off the top of my head, sorry if you happen to be watching, I doubt you are. Why would they have exclusive information like this? It's just an absurd notion to even think of. At least he actually came up with some information, as opposed to her. She was just like, yeah, this has happened, trust me. Whereas him, he's like, oh, they're both moving to Wyoming. The funny thing about Wyoming and Texas at the moment is a lot of famous people from Hollywood and California in general are moving there because of the tax situation, and the fact that Kanye and Jeffree are both moving into the same gated community. Well, that's not that crazy when you think about it, because at the end of the day, famous people of a feather flock together. They tend to live in the same parts. This clip explains from Jeffree's perspective, so.
Why is Jeffree Lynn number 3 trending? I woke up out of bed, Chris, and I'm like, huh? And the headline reads, Kanye West might be sleeping with Jeffree Star. I can't. And then I'm like, how do we even get to this moment? Like, how would that even be made up? Because we both live in the same state, right? Whatever. So I guess some girl made up a whole lie on TikTok, and it went viral, where she insinuates Kanye and Kim are getting divorced because a big male beauty influencer is sleeping with him.
Oh, she wanted views.
So I just woke up just trying to live my life, and I'm like, huh, this is so weird. I had people like texting me, all these news people, like, what do you have to say to about this? And I'm like, about what? What? I'm single, I'm not sleeping with anyone. Like, this is so weird. So, Jeffree Star after leaving Kim's house. Look at this shit, y'all. This is so stupid. What?
Since when did you learn all those moves?
I mean, that was me escaping from Louis Vuitton, but that wasn't. This is so weird. So it's 2021. It's January 6th, and allegedly I'm sleeping with Kanye. Let me just say this one time for any news outlet. I like very tall men. Me and Kanye have never hung out, and this whole thing is really funny. So I guess if this is a start to my new year, Happy New Year.
So one of his friends pointed out something that I thought was pretty funny when Jeffree said some girl has put this out as a rumor and it's being picked up. His friend immediately said, oh, she's doing it for views. That should have been, as far as the conversation in general, I mean, and as a whole, for everyone, that should have been as far as it went. They should have seen who it was who said the rumor, looked at her background, and just fucked her off. Basically, myself included. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like I said, her video didn't come up on my feed or anything of that nature until after the event, really. All of these outlets, all of these mainstream outlets, all of these YouTube outlets, it should have just been a case of seeing who it was who actually did that and fucking her off. Like 100%. Like, I'd have gone, oh, it's her, is it? Well, she's known for her ridiculous crap and her clout chasing. It's really funny to me that this has gone on for as far as it has. But I don't purely blame her. I also blame the fact that everyone, we were all here for it. At the end of the day, it was a nice little distraction from, like I said, America and generally the world being on fire at the moment. I won't lie. It was a nice little thing to just go, bloody hell, that's a bit nuts, isn't it? That's a bit wild, that's a bit crazy. But for it to last over a period of days, and let's be fair as well, Jeffree didn't just immediately come out with this either. I think it was a couple of days afterwards, if my memory serves correctly. So now this next clip that I'm going to show is Ava actually stating that it was all malarkey in the first place. So here we go.
I thought was my friend thought they could expose me. Did they know I was obviously going to expose myself because what I did was just too legendary, you know?
Really not even getting sued. I made this entire scandal up. There is literally not one bit of truth to anything I have said. I just tricked the entire world into talking about me again because I was on a lot of Adderall and bored.
And that's on being a icon. We all had fun though, didn't we? You're welcome for the meme.
Now, that's actually quite funny to me in the sense that her being spoken about in this entire situation was so minimal. Because, you know, when you've got the likes of Kanye West, who's one of the biggest stars on the planet, and then you've got Jeffree Star, who's huge in his own right, she just fell by the wayside, really. And that's why I think that a lot of people overlooked the genesis of this entire rumor, because they were looking at the people involved and they weren't looking at how the rumor actually started. This next clip, I don't know if it's actually true or not, but you know, it's probably just a bit more bullshit on her end, to be fair.
How much money I made off of like this whole Jeffree, Kanye, whatever stuff I did. $15,000 in the past 3 days. $15,000 in 3 days. Pretty okay, I'd say.
Yeah, the $15,000. How true that is, obviously we can't corroborate whether or not that is the case, but this is just another example of someone like creating a rumor, seemingly profiting from it, and just sitting by the wayside and going, yeah, I did that, look at me, look how smart I am. She obviously thinks she's really, really smart, and like, to a degree, maybe she is, in terms of like manipulating audiences. I can see that. These are very like powerful, very rich people who don't like being messed with. So in a way, I sort of hope this comes back to bite her in the ass, if I'm being completely honest. Nothing horrendous, but it would be nice if maybe she had to forego that $15,000 if that is indeed correct, in my opinion. The last clip we're going to look at is Jeffree here.
Okay, you guys, I guess Miss Wendy Williams said hi to me on her show today. The gag is Miss Wendy. No, me and Kanye, no thank you, ma'am. But the real rappers that have been visiting this mouth will be keeping that secret to the grave.
It's clearly him just, you know, trying to spin on and keep people talking about him. You know, what other rappers has he had entanglements with? Is very Jeffree, let's be fair. But what has this really shown us as an audience? It's shown us that we can't jump on every little piece of... There's a reason why I don't do videos on every little bit of drama that comes out. It's because the amount of times that something comes out and turns out to be just a complete falsehood, some just absolute nonsense, is more often than not. It's why I tend to like stories to play out a little bit before I get involved and chuck my 10 cents into it, or 10 pence if you're from here. If a story sounds too outrageous to be true comes out, maybe we should maybe not jump on the bandwagon and circulate it as though it is actually true, because it did sound like nonsense. It turned out to be nonsense. It was absolutely nonsense. So let me know what you think in the comments. I would love that. If you like and subscribe, that would be absolutely banging. But otherwise, stay safe out there.